everyone, it's Holly from the Urban Homesteader, and we are still in the garden. It is late October and I'm still wearing t-shirts and shorts. Really weird, but kind of okay at the same time. So we're going to be out here today. We're going to be planting garlic. I'm a little behind in doing this. So you're supposed to be planting your garlic about a month before a hard freeze. I find that a little ironic because how are we supposed to know when it's going to freeze? But we have had a couple of frost days and some frost warnings, of course, but we haven't had a hard freeze yet. I know it's coming and I just got to get this garlic planted. So when I say I'm a little late to the party, when I went to purchase my garlic, I had kind of not very many choices. I had 3 choices actually. I wanted to actually plant a soft neck garlic and a hard neck garlic just to see if I could pick a difference and see if I liked one better than the other. However, because I was so late, the only choices I had were both hard neck. I got a Spanish Roja and a purple glazer. No idea what I planted last year, but the garlic is amazing. What I do know is that these are both hard neck garlics. What I do know is that hard neck garlics still the bulbs are actually bigger, and which means the cloves will be bigger. There'll be fewer cloves, but they'll be larger in size, so that's fine. The hard neck garlic has a little bit more flavor versus the soft neck, is what they're saying anyway. I know that I planted hard neck last year because I got garlic scapes, if you guys remember that. And so that's another difference between the two, the soft neck and the hard neck. The hard neck creates those scapes that you can use for cooking as well. So you know what? I ended up with a really great garlic year last year. However, when I planted last fall, I planted more than what came up. So this year I decided to do things a little bit different. Because the root base was so thin or small on garlic, I decided to plant this garlic in a lower raised bed just to kind of keep it separated away from the other plants, and we'll see what happens. So I do know that over in this base, I'm probably going to be putting my tomatoes this year, changing that up. They need lots of space for root growth, and I decided to give them a raised bed. And we had a great tomato year, but I want to see if I can make it better. So we're going to do that. And these will be companion plants, and that'll be just fine. And my asparagus over in the other corner is still growing, which is crazy. I need to cut that back, but I can't because it's still green. But anyway, garlic and asparagus do not play well together in the garden. So I'm going to keep it in opposite corners, and we're going to just kind of see how it goes. So anyway, let's get into it. Planting garlic is real easy. We're going to start with the purple glazer. I actually don't have any plant stakes or whatever for naming them. I'm going to forget what I planted over here, so I put it on some knives, some plastic cutlery. Purple glazer. Okay, we got the right one here. Let's see here. So these, oh my gosh, my scissors are shot. Okay. I don't want to mix these up. So just looks like a normal garlic bulb. But you get a lot of cloves with these, so gosh, you just gotta, I'm not gonna have enough room in this garden for all this garlic. I gotta figure out a plan. I'm gonna have to do a map for my garden, which I need to do anyway, in order to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this. I might just give it to friends and see if there's anybody else out there who's as late in planting their garlic as I am. So real easy. So you just pull the garlic cloves apart. You guys all know how to do that. And you 4 inches deep and pointy side up and about 8 inches apart. I've actually already gone through this and kind of poked holes in where I'm going to be putting these cloves. And it is seriously just that easy. Go in as deep as your finger. That's just fine. I should also disclose that this morning I did kind of prep my garden with some chicken manure. So that's what you see here on the top. And honestly, there might even be some feathers in here. I wouldn't be surprised. We go all natural over here. So you know what? Maybe this garden, this raised bed, is only going to be the Spanish Roja. We'll see. I think that's what's going to happen. I've had people ask me, can't I just plant the stuff that I buy at the grocery store? I mean, sure, you can plant whatever you want. Do I recommend it? Nope. Why? Well, how do you know where that garlic was grown? If you are buying garlic from the grocery store that was grown in California, it's probably not going to do very well here in Minnesota. So that's my reasoning behind it. Gosh, did I just put one in here? Clearly I can't multitask. Here's a really small clove, but we're going to throw it in anyway. So this last row, 1, 2, 3, 4, I should just need, I'm going to use the biggest of the cloves. Oh my gosh, I am going to have so much garlic left over. I may have to reconsider the garden and like plant it in another corner. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I prepped the soil by adding some compost, actually. I mean, there's even feathers in here. It's a little ridiculous, but that's how it is around here. And there's leaves and stuff in here as well. But that's okay. It'll just compost down. That is it. That is how easy it is to plant garlic. So now what I'm going to do is not plant anymore. I'm going to plant nothing more in this garden. This is going to be only for garlic. But I am going to be putting down some grass clippings. You can use, straw or leaves or that sort of thing just to kind of keep it a little bit in a friendlier habitat for over the winter months. Pat just mowed the lawn yesterday and he bagged it up for me, so I'm just going to use grass clippings. I don't need that much. I think 4 inches, maybe 6 inches, something like that. If I've got leftovers, I'm just going to go give that to the chickens and they can play with that. So that's it, you guys. Easy peasy. Let's get this compost on the top, the garden clippings, and that's it. We're going to call it a day. That's it. So I'm gonna throw some water on this. I'm gonna keep watering until I can't water anymore. At some point it's gonna get too cold where I won't even have the garden hoses out anymore. We're gonna, get the water out of those and put them in storage. So when that day comes, we're just gonna let nature take its course and we will revisit this garden in the spring. Thanks so much for watching. Happy garden planting, you guys. We will talk to you soon.